Hey, and welcome to the Rada Explained series. Now we're going to combine the attack drills of the previous video with the footwork around the circle. The steps are being done so that the student maintains the distance to the master, never getting closer or further away, walking along the maximum circle, being at Medio Proportion. The purpose of these drills is to combine footwork with blade work and the coordination between them. You will probably recognize a lot from the previous drills and soon recognize the pattern. The master and the student start at Medio Proportion in all of these. Student points towards the shoulder of the master. Master pushes the student's blade from the inside. The student frees their sword with a step to the right. After freeing the sword, they still point toward the shoulder. The step and the freeing of the sword are done at the same time. This is a preparation for a thrust. But the student will just free the sword and prepare for the thrust, not finishing it. That will come later. The student then will continue doing this for a full lap. And this is how it will be in pretty much all of the drills in this set of drills. The master pushes the student from the outside, which sets up for a cut using a vertical tajo, which the student does with a step to the right. Step and cut are finished at the same time. The cut will be out of distance in this drill. To finish the cut, the student has to step in with a cut instead. The master pushes the student from the outside, which the student moves the blade over and cut in with a Medio Reves, taking a step to the right. The master pushes the student's blade from the inside. The student follows the pressure to cut around with a Reves, just as previous. Cut and step are finished at the same time. Now for one of our old exotic friends. The master pushes the student from the inside. The student does a circular freeing into a Tajo Tangente, the one we described in a previous video. The master pushes from the inside. The student cuts around with a Reves while standing still. Then as the master goes for the parry, the student drops the point below the parry and aims towards the shoulder of the master, taking a step to the right at the same time. The master pushes from the inside. The student frees their sword. Master tries to take the sword again, but before they get to touch, the student dip below and threaten from the inside again, taking a step to the right at the same time. Now that we have done the steps to the right, we're going to do them to the left. Do notice the pattern, it will be pretty much the same with some small adjustments. The master pushes from the inside, the student frees the sword, step to the left at the same time. Master pushes from the inside, the student moves over the push and cuts in with a Medio Tajo, stepping to the left. Master pushes from the inside, the student follows the cut to cut around with a vertical Reves, stepping to the left. Now to practice the diagonal Tajo that comes from the end position of the expulsion. We have done this previously. The master pushes, the student turns their nails down and bends the arm, getting to the end position of an expulsion. From there, they make a diagonal Tajo by taking a step to the left. From the same setup as the previous one, from the end position of an expulsion, the student make a diagonal thrust up as they take a step to the left. Master pushes from the inside, the student make a circular movement into a Tajo Tangente, just as we did before, except now with a step to the left. Master pushes from the outside, the student, while standing still, cuts around into a Tajo. As the master goes for the parry, the student dips below with a dip, aims towards the shoulder and steps to the left at the same time. The master pushes from the outside, the student frees their sword. As the master goes in for the parry, the student dips below again and points to the shoulder on the outside as they take a step to the left. This set of drills I interpret as it's to practice your coordination and getting used to the motions as you combine different things and do it at the same time. You aim to finish your actions with the feet at a certain position, etc. But you're still just doing like cuts and thrusts in the air, not real ones, but So this is just to prepare for things that are to come. In my own practice, I rarely do this drill, but it is a good building block and stepping stone towards the more advanced drills. We are going to look at the flower next, and it's a more difficult drill. If you find that drill too difficult, this might be a good place for you to start. And it's the order of things Rada does them in. In the next video we are going to do the flower. I think it's the most important of all of the drills Rada does, and it's the one that really helps you move properly like a diestro, so look forward to it.